In just the last couple of minutes, we are seeing former President Trump, and I literally mean the last couple of minutes, leaving the New York Attorney General's office in Manhattan after roughly 8 hours of deposition. Today's legal challenge is a civil case being led by the state's attorney general. She's accusing Mr. Trump, along with 3 of his kids, of illegally manipulating how much their assets are worth, perhaps to mislead banks or tax officials or insurance companies. If the AG wins, she could block the Trump family and his company from running other businesses in New York. They could also face a $250 million fine. In a statement, Mr. Trump's attorney says he's got nothing to hide, that he looks forward to telling the AG about how successful his company is. As we know, this civil case is just one of multiple cases the former president finds himself in. You see them on your screen, including, of course, the highest profile one, the one that we've talked about most recently, 34 felony charges he faces, accused of lying about business records related to alleged hush money payments. I want to get to Rehema Ellis, who is outside the New York Attorney General's office in Manhattan. Sounds like we had some action and Mr. Trump finally leaving after something like 8 hours in that office.
Yeah, absolutely. They are just reopening the street to traffic. Former president, literally 2 minutes ago, his convoy of vehicles, convoy of vehicles left the underground garage and headed away from the Attorney General's office. We are told by spokesperson for the AG's office that the former president spoke, and he spoke a lot. What exactly were the questions? There was no information about that. Said that he did take a lunch break. We don't know if he actually had lunch in this course of this 8-hour day, but that there was also another break, a long day. And I'm told by law they can't depose someone for longer than 7 hours, so he was given break time. We're also told that the Attorney General, Letitia James, was present in the room for some time, didn't stay the entire time, but she was present in that room. The question was asked whether or not the former president called her a racist, as he did on his social media platform when he put out information this morning and last night, and there was no word as to whether or not he made that characterization of the Attorney General during this deposition or to her face while she was in the room. Hallie, Valley?
I was just going to say, what is so interesting to me is to remind people the last time that he sat for a deposition in this case, he was not, as you're reporting here, nearly as vocal. He pleaded the fifth something like 400 times. So it sounds like this was very different than that, obviously.
It is, and there is some reports about the fact that this case and that he has now been charged, he's been deposed, and you have a court date that is set for October 2nd. There are legal experts who say it is not in a defendant's benefit to take the fifth because it's seen adversely by jurors. So with that kind of a truth being the case here, again, we are told that the former vice president spoke, he answered questions, and he talked a lot.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.